Hey, how's it going today, YouTube? My name is Sean McMahon. I'm coming to you from Colton RV, and today we're going to be talking about the 16RB Bambi, brand new 2021 design. There's a whole lot of things that have been going around in the industry in regards to Airstream, limited availability, so we're super lucky to be able to have this here today, be able to do a nice little walk around for you and show you some of the ins and outs and what makes the 16 Bambi so special. So why don't we start off at the very front of the coach here. So the 16 Bambi, this is by far and large one of the most iconic Airstream travel trailers to date. This is going to be an exceptional trailer for someone that wants top tier quality, might need to sleep 3 or 4 people, very easy to tow, just kind of want a no hassle type of situation. For your Bambi series, up in the very front, as all Airstreams have, you're going to have the acrylic window guards in the very front, as well as an opening window right upside here. So this actually will pan out from the inside and gives you about 60 degrees of an opening angle, so you can get some really solid air flow through the coach. The side acrylic guards do pull off with just a Phillips head screwdriver, so if you get any kind of leaves, debris, or you just want to clean those windows up, you can actually just easily hinge that off to the side, and that's going to be pretty simple if you want to keep it nice and clean. On the very front of the Bambi, because it is a small coach, you don't necessarily need to have a ton of propane, but you are going to get 2 20-pound propane tanks standard right down below here, and you do have your transfer switch, so if your propane starts running low, you're just going to go ahead and switch that over. On the model that we have on the lot, so we do equip this one with solar packaging. That's going to give you a 90-watt solar panel up on the roof, paired with 2 24 AGM batteries in the very front. So if this is something that you guys are thinking, hey, we might do some more boondock style camping, might be off the grid, or you're just planning on being able to pull over and maybe just make lunch and you need some lights, that solar setup is going to be super important for you guys. Now, the Bambi is, in its essence, a little bit more of a basic Airstream as far as things go, but what I really love about Airstream is that as far as the construction piece goes, they don't cut any corners. So starting off at the Bambi, going all the way up to the Classic, the process is mostly the same. You'll get a few more bells and whistles, a couple more things as you move up the product line, but you know, if you don't necessarily want to spend all of that money, you don't want a huge trailer, you want something simple and easy, this is going to be a great choice for you. So with your Bambi, it does come with a manual awning up across the top. It's got a little travel lock, and all that does, it just simply pulls on out, comes with a little hook. Set up for your awning shouldn't take you anything more than a minute from the time that you go to set it up. Now on the Bambi series, this is going to be Airstream single axle line. If you do move up, you want a little bit more fit and finish, they do have a product that's still single axle and lightweight that just comes with a few more bells and whistles. Coming around towards the back of the coach, in the back, you do have a little bit of storage in the rear that's going to go directly underneath your bed. And that's actually going to be a pass-through as well. And Airstream does include a couple of little totes to keep everything nice and organized for you. Now, a standard for Airstream these days, they all come with this rear monitor camera. You might be sitting to yourself thinking, well, you know, backup camera, monitor camera, what's the difference? With the camera that Airstream includes as a standard on this, it's going to give you a wide panned out view of the road behind you, giving you about 3 lanes worth of view on the highway. So that'll give you a little bit of protection as far as your blind spots are concerned, but also really helps when you're trying to get that camper put into a, you know, maybe a snug position. It's just going to give you a better angle at it. Also too, built into the camera itself is a microphone. The module comes with the setup. When you come to pick the camper up, our technicians will pair it up with your vehicle and the camera. Essentially, if you're backing it up and you're in a situation, you know, maybe your travel partner, spouse, whoever's going with you, they can actually yell if you're getting too close to like a tree or something. That way you can put the brakes on. And inevitably, if they do back you up into a tree and you're having a hissy fit up in the truck, they're not going to hear you, so you're not going to get in any trouble. So that's good. So this camper is going to come with all LED lights all the way around the coach. And that's a big reason why Airstream has an Emerald Star rating for energy efficiency in the industry, which is extremely hard to get. So a lot of everything that you find on an Airstream, they find ways to repurpose the aluminum that they can't use. You know, instead of just scrapping it and creating more waste, they'll find a way to repurpose it, maybe in a different camper, fit and finishing for trim on the inside. And again, the LED lights all the way around the coach. It comes with solar. I mean, guys, this is an environmentally friendly camper. So big update though for 2021, this is huge. So Airstream actually has now released an on-demand hot water heater from Girard. So instead of the old, the Atwood hot water heaters would be 6 gallons. You know, with a electric and gas recovery, this is going to be instant hot water for you. It's continuous. So if you've ever, you know, if you just like to take 10-15 minute long hot showers and you're worried about your hot water running out, you're going to be fine on this system, especially if you are hooked up to some kind of campsite power or a spigot at your campsite. Outside shower is standard, and underneath lock and key, this is going to be where you actually fill up your fresh water on the coach. They put it under lock and key just so no one can tamper with your system. That'll about finish up everything that's on the outside of the coach. There's not a whole lot. It's a small camper, but it does pack a nice punch. So let's head on the inside. Now, one of your biggest, most important things on your Airstream is going to be this door. I don't think anything else out there in the market is going to be anywhere close to the quality of this thing. This thing literally feels like a bank vault when you're opening it up. So over time, though, this door is going to be pretty rigid for you. If you do ever have any kind of issues with the door closing, literally a little bit of WD-40 in here frees them up. It's a heavy door. It's all mechanical. So, you know, don't feel alarmed if you're having issues with it. Like I said, a little WD-40 can fix that up for you. So without further ado, let's head inside. All right, guys, so now that we're inside the Bambi here, you're gonna notice first is that we do have this package with the ocean blue interior. There is another color option for Dune, which is gonna be more of a gray kind of a look to it. But the one thing I really want you to take note of inside is that, kind of like how boats are built, Airstream doesn't waste any space on the inside. So everything from your cabinets, I mean, you've got tons of space here. This is an AM, FM, Bluetooth radio that hooks up to a couple of speakers right on the outside corners. Again, just some more storage, and there's even like a little spot for you like to pull wires through if you're gonna do anything extra that you want to hook up on the inside, maybe like a DVD player or something like that. You know, looking down below from where your radio is located, you do have the front dinette. Now, this does actually convert into a bed pretty simply. You just pull it off the walls from down below. All right, this part down here just releases down, and that's gonna sit pretty snug. You gotta move the cushions around just a little bit, but that sits nice and snug right up there. And if you are going to have anyone that's a little bit taller or anything like that, these end cushions do move around so you can get a little bit more space. But believe it or not, the drop-down dinette is actually just a couple inches longer than you're going to get in the bed up in the front. So again, it's nice, it's convertible, very comfortable for 2 kids. You could probably fit 2 adults on here as long as they like each other. But you know, aside from that, this camper can sleep 4 and pretty comfortably. Now that we're over in the kitchen area of the coach, you notice it is a nice little galley area, complete with window. You've got your metal blinds that drop down to give you a little extra privacy. Plenty of storage on the inside of this coach. I mean, I want you guys to keep in mind, this is a 16-footer. You know, if this isn't quite the size that's right for you, the Bambi is also available in a 19, 20, and 22-foot variety. So, again, this is going to be more or less for, you know, compact, lightweight. Maybe you don't want a truck. You'd rather tow with an SUV, something along those lines. Coming over to the sink, it is a residential style faucet. That it's a Moen faucet. 2-burner propane cooktop. And also, a couple years ago, Airstream switched all the Bambis over to the all-electric fridge. So this is going to work off of both battery power and shore power. It's a good partnering feature to have when it comes to having the solar on the roof, especially just because that solar is going to help just keep the batteries topped off, keep them nice and healthy for you, and you don't have to worry about propane just being unnecessarily used in the coach. Again, it's a small camper. You're probably not living out of it. If you are, more power to you, but at the end of the day, that's just going to keep things a little bit more simple for your weekend or, you know, a couple week-long getaways. Down below here, the only other option that is available for the Bambi line is the microwave. So I guess you could say that this coach is fully loaded. Solar on the roof, microwave's already installed. There is no oven option for these ones. Again, it's either you get the microwave or you get a little extra storage. So when we do open up the cabinets, I mean, guys, Airstream is all about hand craftsmanship, the top tier quality. These are all cedar line cabinets, and they even custom make this little utensil drawer for you. So it's just small little attentions to detail that Airstream does that really adds to the value. You know, while we're on the topic of, you know, the things that are available in the Bambis, talking about the new system over on the side here. So starting up at the very top, This product actually used to be only exclusively available for the Airstream Classic. Recently for Airstream, they switched from the Atkinson solar charging system to the Victron. Essentially, it's supposed to, if you want to add more solar down the road, this charging system is going to make sure that your solar panels are operating at peak efficiency, and that if you do want to tie in more solar, you don't have to do anything extra. So keep in mind, this camper is going to be solar prepped if you don't get that factory installed option, but it won't have this charging system. And this is what's really important to running a good boondock system. Down below, just your monitors. So you got your battery, fresh capacity, and your combined gray and black water. Water pumps right over here, so if you are boondock camping, you're just going to simply activate that. That'll turn on your water pump so you can again run water out of your faucet or your shower. Last thing I really want to touch on while we're on the subject of 2021 updates is going to be the new floor. So for all your Airstreamers out there that have been researching it, you probably heard that they moved away from the marine grade plywood and they switched out to an all composite floor. Essentially for you guys, just means that the floor is going to be good longer. It's less resistant to soft spotting and super resistant to water. So if you ever had a leak, if you ever had any kind of crazy thing happen with water, or you just have a bunch of traffic in here, you don't have to worry about the floor. That's super important in campers. So again, what we talked about before, again, more storage throughout. You got some storage up on the top. Left and right, there's a couple of little cubbies that you can't quite see from this camera angle. And down below the bed, we also have that pass-through storage we mentioned outside. Also with this, so, I mean, what kind of camper would it be if it didn't have a television, right? I mean, this is the 21st century we're talking about. So we do have the swivel mount TV. That way, if you're over on the dinette, just kind of hanging out, pop this bad boy out and you got yourself dinner and a show. As you look into the bathroom, you'll notice that it is a combined wet bath. Fully fiberglass encased with the exception of that outside wall to still give you that Airstream feel. It does have the shower wand up above that can easily be retracted off, so you can do an easy cleanup on the inside of the coach. Down below it is a porcelain toilet with a foot flush, and we all know how valuable toilet paper is this year, so make sure that it's encased in plastic so you don't go getting that wet. Keep in mind that your black and gray water is going to be combined on this coach, so that's going to be a combined 30 gallons. Again, it isn't necessarily going to be one of those things that you have to dump too regularly, but you do want to make sure you monitor that. Don't want overflowing tanks, so just keep that in mind. It is a combined unit. All right, guys, I really hope you enjoyed this video walk around on the 2021 16 RB Bambi. Again, just to kind of recap a little bit, it's got your AC, it's got your heat, it's got sleeping for 4, it's got a bathroom. It's everything you need in a camper, but at another tier of quality. So without anything else to really talk about in this video, go ahead and like this video. Go ahead and subscribe if you guys want to see a little bit more content from us in the future. We've got tons of other makes and models that are available, all top competing. So hope you guys enjoyed. We'll see you at the next one.